Hi everybody, welcome back to the Sasha Hates Loud Noises show, special 4th of July edition, episode 9. Do you want to come in? Duck! Ugh. Say hi, Ducky. You are very unphotogenic. Duck also hates fireworks. He has been hiding under a garbage bag all day. And of course people decided that July 4th is not enough for fireworks, so they had to do it last night also. So he hates loud noises as much as I do, which is why we connect so much. Today is Wednesday, so of course Top 5 Wednesday is what we're going to be doing today. Doc, do you want to introduce the books? No, please, don't make me do this. Please let me go. Today's topic is the best books you've read so far in 2018. And I've only read 22 books this year, so I don't have a lot to choose from, but I did manage to find 5. The first book, I'm just going to go in the order that I read them, not in the order that I like them the most. So the first book is called Jane Unlimited by Kristen Cashore. And this is about a girl named Jane, obviously, the titular character. And she has been going through a hard time. She dropped out of college, and her aunt passed away. Her aunt that she loved a lot, who raised her. So she's not feeling great. But then one of her friends, who she's acquaintances with, invites her to this island, and her friend is really rich. And on the island is a big house, like a mansion, and the whole book is kind of like, I'd say, a choose your own adventure book. There's like 5 different endings, and you get to you can read all of them, or you can read one. Oh my gosh, I loved this book so freaking much. I love Kristen Cashore. I loved her Graceling series, and she just blew me away again with this book. I was so excited, just hearing. First I was confused as to how the book would work, but then it was it came together so well, and I just absolutely adored it. And I think it might be my favorite book of the year, but it depends, because also there's 7 months left in the year. Also, I'm reading Queen of the Night by Alexandra Chee, as I said in another video, and I really like that one. So, we'll see. The next book is called Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. John Green gets a lot of shit on BookTube for Manic Pixie Dream Girls, which is fair, because Manic Pixie Dream Girls are super boring, and nobody really likes them. But this one, it was about this girl whose name I totally forgot, and it's kind of about 2 different things. It's about how she handles her OCD, and also about this mystery of her childhood friend's father disappeared, and he's a millionaire, and they want to know where he went. But that kind of takes a backseat to how she deals with her OCD. And his own voices, John Green, he said, I have OCD, and so I also have OCD, and it is a big part of my life, and it's a struggle every day to deal with it. So when I went into this, I was really, really hoping that it was going to be a meaningful depiction, and it was. I cried 2/3 of the way through the book, because it was so impactful to me. It was like a portrait of like the torture of obsession and compulsion, and like it really just scraped at my heart. Just, I mean, there's one scene near the end that's just like a whole page of what's going on in the main character's mind as her obsessions sort of take over her, and that really hit me hard, like, because that's when you get really deep into obsession and how much it eats at you, it is so difficult to deal with, and it's so painful. And this book really, really reflects that. And if nothing else, that made it one of my favorite books this year. The next book is The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck by somebody. I should have looked up the last name, or like the author's name, before I've started to film this. But I don't have that much foresight. Anyway, it's a nonfiction, self-help kind of book. It's not your typical self-help book. I feel like most self-help books kind of baby you. Like, they're like, you can do it. You're so tough. You're a warrior. And this book is like, fuck you. I'm gonna give it to you straight. You're a dumbass, and you're doing everything wrong. And that is not something that you get to hear every day. And so this book gave a lot of hard truths that I didn't even realize. I had like an epiphany reading this book. And it's like, there's this one section of it where it's like, so many people are never like taking the steps to fulfill their dreams. And I was like, oh yeah, like me? You mean me? Because that's me. And I always thought that I had this terrifying fear of failure, but the author is like, you have a fear of rejection. You don't want to experience pain, and so you do everything possible to avoid it. And I would never thought of it that way before, because he's like, the only way that you ever grow as a human being is to experience rejection, to experience pain. Sorry, Duck. And if you never do that, you're never going to become better. And I was like, oh shit, you're right. The next book is called Another Brooklyn by Jacqueline Woodson. And this is about a girl who is living in Brooklyn in, I think, the 80s. And it's basically just her childhood and the things she experiences and her group of friends, which is like 3 other girls. And it flashes between the future and the past to sort of illustrate how her life has changed. And it's almost like you read to find out why she is no longer connected to these girls and what happened between all of them, and also just like how her life went. There's also a very big mystery about where her mother is for the whole book, and I was like so addicted to it. I was, and it also had it had so much emotion, and the descriptions, like the setting, the atmosphere it created was so nostalgic, even though I wasn't alive in the 80s and I'd never lived in Brooklyn. It was like so well crafted, and that's why I liked it. The last book is a book I still have from the library called The Bells, and it's by Danielle Clayton. And I just finished this. Funny story, I tried to film a review of this yesterday, but in the morning I had gone to the dentist, and my teeth hurt so freaking bad that I wanted to puke. And I was so drowsy that when I rewatched the video, I had no idea what I was saying, and my eyes were closed for most of it. And I was like, wow, I look like I'm gonna have a stroke. So I just deleted it. I'm gonna try to refilm it soon. But I loved this book. It is so, like, I was addicted to this book too. Like, I needed to find out what happened next at every single point. It was a 9 out of 10 for me. I gave it a 5 stars on Goodreads. And I love Camellia, who's the main character. The setting is so cool. It's like late 18th century France, and there's like so many layers of intrigue. Why are you licking me? Why are you doing that? And I will have a review up of that soon, so look forward to that. And that was the last book that I believe is one of the best books I read so far, 2018. This has been kind of a subpar reading year for me so far, which is disappointing, but I'm hoping to fix that. So, I hope you'll bear with me. Thank you for watching. Comment down below what you believe is the best book you've read so far this year. Or link me, or just like tell me that you did this Top 5 Wednesday topic, and I'll come check it out. And, you know, be kind to yourself and stay cool. Peace. Say bye, Ducky. Bye-bye.